Today on What the Hell is Going On, it's Need for Swede. It's the fastest one of its kind in the country. It was designed solely with a ruler, and it's this beautiful shade of mustard.
This video is proudly sponsored by HP Tuners, the industry leaders in ECU calibration. They make all the hardware and software you need to tune your vehicle. Head to their website now, or if you'd rather have a professional do it, check out their dealer map. They make the tools, you make the power.
We've been chatting for a while, haven't we, about this? And I have been so excited to see this because it is, as I understand, is it the only one that's LS swapped in the country?
I believe so, yeah. Definitely only 242.
Coupe as well.
Yep.
It hasn't got a lot of driver aids, as we understand. Do you want to give us a couple of like bullet points, rundown, like front to back, what it's made of?
Biggest mod is obviously the engine swap, but obviously lots of little bits to facilitate and make that a little bit more kind of accommodating.
Yeah.
So it's got an LS3 crate motor in the front, which has got a cam.
Okay.
So 460, just over 460 at the wheels. It was dynoed at.
Right, so that's it's got to be 500 horses.
Just over 500 horsepower.
What gearbox has it got in it?
T56.
Oh, it's manual. Nice.
Manual box, 6-speed. With the overdrive 6th on it, which is quite nice for the LSs. It ticks along quite nicely.
Yeah. They don't like being stressed, do they?
They don't. No, it's a bit agricultural, but it holds the torque pretty well. Bits and bobs that have been done to kind of support the engine. So it's had bigger brakes. All the suspension is Delrin bushed. And it's on coilovers, got BC Racing coilovers all round.
So it should go stop and turn as well as it, well, better in fact than it should have done at the factory.
Yeah, much better than it did at the factory. It rides fairly hard. It was built for track, to be completely honest with it. So it's not really made for the road, especially not British roads and potholes and the like. But yeah, it soaks them up pretty well. It's had a full 3-inch stainless system, front to back.
Who built the exhaust?
A guy called Tristan, who's a legend with a TIG welder.
Okay.
So I think he got a little sideline company, RTL Customs, I think.
RTL Customs, look out for that, because I can only imagine trying to get 2 3-inch pipes from the front to the rear of this when it would have had a 2.5-inch exhaust on one side, plus silencers, I presume.
Yep.
So
minimal silence.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We heard it far out. It does sound every inch a Corvette, and I love the noise of it. Do you want to just pop the hood quickly? Let's have a look. Yes, I said hood. I didn't say bonnet, because bonnet is what a baby wears on his head. Oh well, I'm not going to spoil it here, but we have looked under the bonnet of this already, and it's so tidy. It is. It's so neat. But you were saying earlier that there's some of the components that you'd 3D printed yourself. You'd inputted the data to sort of help it. What did you do there?
So just because of the tight squeeze that you've got, bits like the original washer bottle didn't fit in the original place. It needs an airbox building that could take a decent sized filter. So I had to print bits for the header to sit on the header tank, the washer bottle, and then tucked away in places you can't see. There's all sorts of little bits that just tidy up either cable routing or lines or whatever. So yeah, it's got quite a few random 3D printed bits in there, some more in the actual cockpit as well.
Yeah. Judging by what you've done so far, it's probably fair to assume you haven't done half a job of that. It's probably like expertly fitted.
As neat as I can. It's not my day job.
No.
But I enjoy fabricating bits and just making.
You've got a good eye for detail. I didn't realise that had been printed out of carbon fibre.
Yeah, carbon fibre printed, so it gives it a bit more strength and the temperature resistant as well.
Of course, because of the heat in the engine. And it's so neat as well. It's like completely parallel. Give us a bit of info about the wiring, because it would have just been, there would be a lot of it on there normally.
Yeah, so it's basically a race spec loom on that. So everything is booted and it's proper neat, to be honest. Again, that was the same guy, Tristan. So he's an absolute legend.
Oh, the same guy that did the exhaust.
Same guy
as
that
well.
did the exhaust, did the loom for the front for me.
He's a clever bloke, this Tristan, isn't he?
Really, really clever guy, yeah. So,
let's have a quick look inside, because
yeah, there is.
I haven't actually looked inside it yet, but you've got the factory seats in there still. Left-hand drive.
Left hooker.
So the gear shifter ended up not too far from where it would have been from factory.
No, so when I bought it, the back end of the gearbox used to catch slightly on the tunnel just when you came off the gas, and it obviously lifts on the mount.
Up,
it's solid mounted, so it doesn't lift much, but it does still move obviously a little bit. And it used to drive you mad because you'd hit a certain RPM and you get that
buzzing sort of
noise.
Yeah.
So I extended the tunnel further back and widened it slightly. But the actual shifter itself comes up, I think it's like 20 mil back from where the original one was, so it's not really that much.
You've still got all the factory trim in there and the carpet, and it all looks like it belongs.
It's as factory as it can look. There's a few little hints, like the tilt and bias adjuster on the middle of the dash, but again, I've tried to keep everything fairly low-key standard.
Well, it's so subtle that until you mentioned that, it's not some big shiny billet wheel. It's like,
That's the idea.
Man, I used to go to school in for those who don't know, my dad had one of these when I was a kid, and I used to go to school in one, and seeing the dashboard and all the switch gear, the Volvos were so like clunk. Like, all the switches are big, and all the grab handles, like it's not made of plastic, it's like probably got a steel bar that runs through it and stuff. Windy windows, the colour of the interior. I mean, the seats are in really good condition.
It was retrimmed, so
it's been done, is it?
Before Phil bought it over from Canada, it had a full retrim in America with some decent quality leather, so it's got a whole grandad.
It's beautiful inside.
Kind of feel about it.
And the carpet's that like brownie.
Brown.
It's brilliant though. Don't it just worse still, it actually complements the colour of the car. You know, because essentially you could have this painted in a gloss colour and have it as a show car, but it would take away the. The essence of it.
When I first started restoring it, I put a few of the pictures on the forums that people frequent with Volvos, and the original owner of it in Canada got in touch.
No way.
And told me how like the dents came about. So they had there's a big dent on the roof that side. They had a huge snowstorm over there, and one of the trees came down in his yard, and it fell on there, a branch fell on. So it's part of history.
That's the history of the car, isn't it?
It's been
you know, and it's not, as we were talking off camera, it's not like it's not an ornament. It's got some history. And
kids go in it, things get thrown in it. Yeah, it's there to be enjoyed.
And it's a coupe as well. Can we have a look in the boot? Because you're going to like this. This is super, super neat. Again, more attention to detail going on in the back here. So just to give us a quick run through of what's going on in the fuel system here.
Yes, it's got a full new performance fuel cell, 60 litre fuel cell with their tank top on it. Dual pumps, you've got a lift pump in there, both DHWorks pumps, and then a full flow filter on the back, which is their tiny micron. I can't remember how many microns it is, irrelevant, but it takes all the bits out. Pretty much the last addition to the whole thing.
So did it have the factory tank in there before?
Factory tank was underneath before, so it sat kind of above the axle, but with the exhaust the way it is, and the fact that it's 3 inch and runs above the axle, there's no room for it. And also I wanted to track it, so went for the fuel cell.
And it's safer this way and the rest. And I mean, let's face it, it looks really nice as well.
Does. And a little thing that I'm quite proud of, so it doesn't use the original filler neck. So the vent, which used to fill the boot with fumes, the fuel tank, is now
comes out the door,
and that's 3D printed.
Of course it is. Yeah. Of course it is.
It's got to be done.
Yeah, you're in the wrong trade. It's so neat. Because there's nothing in the boot and it's all alley. There's no roll cage in it or anything like that. What do you estimate that it weighs? Something.
I'd guess around 1,500 kilos.
So it's still a relatively, for a full size,
maybe lighter.
Possibly lighter.
Yeah.
So at 500 horsepower. Yep. Expertly put together. What axles it got in it? Did I ask?
Ford 8.8.
Oh, it's got
with
an 8.8
limited slip diff.
Oh right, so it's not even got the Volvo rear end in the dyno. I think they put in there, didn't they?
So, and it's got all custom bits on the back as well. So all the the links
upper
and everything.
And lower arms and stuff.
Ali from a company called BNE who do loads of stuff for Swede.
There's not an inch of it.
Nothing standard.
Is that apart from the body, which is the best part? You know,
body and interior. Tried to keep the whole like retro kind of oldie school look. So on a quick glance, there are giveaways like the bonnet catches and the wheels, but a quick glance, it looks fairly standard from the outside.
It's still got like the brushed, was it stainless steel or Ali?
Just Ali, Ali. The big rubber American spec.
That's it, because they were smaller, weren't they, on the British ones? I could talk about this for literally ever, because there's the more I look, the more tiny little sort of bits that I see.
All over it.
But we're going to go out for a drive in it because that's what I've been looking forward to, and fingers crossed it dries up a bit.
So before my numbskull of a colleague, Mr. Owen Forrest, goes out in said Volvo, what are we going to do, Nick? We're going to do a car vertical check on a Volvo that does not look anything like this. Now this is a lovely example of a Volvo, but this is not. Now, Car Vertical go worldwide to check all the databases to find any information on the car you could be potentially buying, and saves you all the risk. Now, I have on here a Volvo V40 where the mileage is totally fine. It's all in order. Finance, there's no finance outstanding on it, but yes, it has been in a crash. Now let's have a quick look. As you can tell, this car's been smashed to pieces, probably by a lorry on a motorway, but they were the pictures taken in 2020. But if you scroll a little bit down, it will show you the pictures which were potentially for the car for sale in perfect condition in 2022. So even though that car looks absolutely immaculate, you can see its hidden history with the photos from 2020. So make sure you do your Car Vertical check and find out the history of the car that you're potentially going to buy. Now, you can save 20% by using our discount code ADDICTS20. Not only that, the description has the link to the site to use that code. Now, let's get back to the video.
Windows, the lot.
Yeah, the works.
It's got power steering?
Power steering, yeah.
The brown trim steering wheel as well, that's nice. Neat decision there. Yeah. It's very fitting that you've got a Singer keyring on your keys, and everything in this car is so tidy. It's kind of a bit of a nod to that, you know, in my opinion.
If the money was there, that would be the ultimate.
So the PDM. Oh, sorry, so you were saying it's got a PDM, and that's hidden away in the glove box. For the people watching who don't know what a PDM is, what does that do?
It basically takes away all of like the relays and the old mechanical gubbins that you get. It does it all software-wise, so you can set limits to current. You can reset things on the fly. It logs everything, so full telemetry. So that little thing on the dash is a GPS receiver. This will know when you're at a track and automatically go into track mode. So
wow.
Track. Then it logs G, lateral G, everything basically.
And is that operating the switches and your lights and stuff on the side as well?
All the buttons operate everything. So the only switches that actually work are the old indicators and the wipers. Everything else is done through that. So those, unfortunately, don't do anything anymore.
I was going to say that because they are classic Volvo switches, aren't they?
Yeah, proper old school.
I always say that, you know, nowadays with technology that we've got, it's easy to make a car powerful because technology has allowed us to tune stuff within an inch of its life and direct injection and all that stuff. But to make something fast and then make it really, really neat is the short distance is making it fast, but the larger project is refining it so that it's like this. It all works. Yeah. Even the LCD display fits perfectly inside the dash aperture. Yeah. Did you 3D print the sides?
So there's a bracket behind it that holds it in place, and it sits in the original fixing.
Of course it does. And the clutch, so it's using a T56. Yep. It's got an uprated clutch in it to sort of cope with that, or?
Yeah, I think it's the stage 2 clutch in it.
Right, okay.
But again, it's not heavy. It's quite a nice clutch, but it feels fairly standard.
Beautiful, yeah. The suspension is firm, although it's not knocking or banging around. It's quite firm, isn't it?
No, it's definitely set up for track rather than for B roads and the like. So it's not very forgiving.
No. They always are.
Yeah, life happens.
Yeah.
Divorce, many other things that you kind of throw in the mix.
Yeah. All the exciting stuff.
Oh yeah. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
So I've only had it back for 3 months, I think it is now.
Oh wow, so it's literally like...
So just getting back into, kind of falling back into the bit, I suppose.
Yeah. And we've got, of course, got the weather. Well, I say we've got the weather, it's supposed to be British summertime, but
nice,
this is the best we're going to get. 4 weeks on it. Slow, is he?
Nope.
I'm so surprised how fast it revs, given that was better see there's a bit of a brake patch there. Sounds great. I can tell that that's not really like leaning on it either.
You can't stamp on it.
Jeez.
Nowhere near full throttle.
They rev so cleanly as well. You don't have to wring the neck of it to get good performance out of it. It's literally ticking every box, you know. Whoa! That cam when it came on. Joking. Blimey.
I still know 100%.
Really?
To be completely honest, I'm too scared to do it.
No, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. It's
still
so
down.
lively. So lively. I was really surprised at the difference in power delivery. Yeah. When that came in, it's really noticeable. Once said, when I'm driving a car, I want it to feel like machinery, and that's exactly what this is, you know. Don't want it to feel
like the older stuff, because you haven't got all the like comforts and driving. You right?
Yeah, mate, go, yeah. Whoa! Blimey! Oh man, it literally ticks all the boxes for me. I'm done. That's it. Oh, it's brilliant. And it sounds fantastic, and it's not too loud. Like you're not driving through the town, and it's like annoying people. Like your neighbours might.
It sets the neighbour's car alarm off.
Does it?
Cold start. It's a little bit antisocial.
Oh, it's high idle, is it?
Yeah, it sits at 2,000 for a little bit, and because of the wall, they usually park at the back of the wall. To try and find something to
resonates off. Yeah. I don't think it would need to be any more powerful. I mean, a lot of people would say, oh, you know, you put a blower on it or whatever, but I think it would ruin it if it was more powerful.
It's just numbers as well, isn't it?
Exactly, because how can you? Yeah, exactly.
It likes the wheels have been third already. So
in the drive.
In the drive.
Yeah.
I don't want anything faster than that.
No.
Like, no, you're right. Keep it.
Especially if you've got to grab hold of it, it's got nothing to save you if it goes pear shaped.
That's it.
It's great. Glad you put the bigger brakes on. Oh, it's relentless, isn't it? You go from third to fourth, but it accelerates just as hard in fourth as it did in third.
Yep.
Oh, mate. Do you know what? I love this. So that is my experience of this Volvo 242. I have been chasing this car for ages, and it met every expectation and exceeded that.
You weren't chasing it, Nick was chasing it.
No, I got the details 2 weeks ago. We spoke about 2 weeks ago, didn't we?
2 weeks ago,
yeah. As you were.
Are we going to leave this in? Or?
I think so. Just to make Stu look like a bell end. I think we'll leave this in.
Yeah, he's edited it. He can cut it all out.
Just keep mentioning the fact that Stu's a bell end.
Right, so Stu's a bell end. We know that. Full stop. Fortunately, we had the benefit of going out in it today. It met expectations and exceeded it because there was so much more detail in the build than I thought there was. It's one of those things where people make adaptations to it and you think, I can see why he did that. And it's a genius, it's a work of art in my opinion. If you liked what you saw today, we're looking for more of it. So if you know someone who's got something that's similar, we don't want it because we want to see new stuff and different stuff all the time. But if you know of anything that's tucked away that's a bit different, please get in touch and let us know. That today, ladies and gents, is too many words for me on the outro, and that is your lot.
I love crime like Azealia Banks. Catch me if you can, yeah, Tom Hanks. Bars are military, bringing through tanks, yeah. Level share going up in the ranks. Greatness only, giving the thanks. It's London.